Do you sit with half-written songs or at the end of a session feeling like your songs are missing something, but you're left questioning what it is? Now, if that is you, you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a songwriting hack that has completely changed everything for me. Learning this simple songwriting formula has helped with crafting songs that have a powerful story and a unique and interesting songwriting storyline. It's a technique that's so effective, other songwriters are shocked it's even possible. And without this formula, I'd still be writing forgettable songs, so I'm excited to break this down for you. Now, this is a lyric writing technique, and it's incredibly simple but yet incredibly effective. And I call it the relation writing technique, and it will transform your lyrics instantly. So I'll first of all be showing you some examples in lyrics, then I'll be breaking it down how we use it, and then you'll be able to go away and actually implement it for your songs. Hey, Danny here from Songwriters International. If you're new to the channel, we help songwriters develop their craft by sharing tips, tricks and techniques on all things songwriting so you can go and write your best possible songs. So let's jump straight on into this and dive into what the relation writing technique is all about. So I'm going to take you through an example first, and then I'm going to break down what it is that's actually going on and how you can use this. 1, 2, girl, you're so sweet, like honey on my teeth, and you're my sugar rush, I can't get enough, yeah. You give me all my calories. Now, you may be able to see the pattern here of what relation writing is, but if you're unsure, what this is all of the words relate back to food in this instance, and in particular, sweetness. Now, in this example, we've taken the theme, like I say, which is sweet, and we've linked every lyric back to that bigger topic. Because when you think of sweet, you think of sugar, you think of honey, you think of not being able to get enough. When you have sugar, it's like a rush and you just love and you want more of it. Calories also refer back to food and sugar. So how relation writing works: you take a central idea like sugar and you brainstorm all of the ideas and words that relate back to that topic. This makes the lyrics feel cohesive and intentional, and they all refer back to a center point. Let's look at another example. This is a set of lyrics that I wrote for a song of mine that was then pitched to another artist, and it goes, wish I was the glass you're holding, bringing me closer to your lips every time you take a sip. Now my feelings are overflowing, like a river in my mind, through my veins and down my spine. So we take a look at the words here and how they relate. You've got glass, and you hold a glass, so that relates to that. Bringing me closer to your lips is when you actually take a drink. Now my feelings are overflowing. Overflowing could relate back to a drink as well. Then we've got river, which is a liquid. Then you've got veins, and then we bring it back to spine. This instantly makes your lyrics feel more interesting, engaging, and poetic. Now, there are two ways in which you can use relation writing in your songs. You can use it for an entire section like a verse or a chorus, or for the duration of a song. You can use a center point and then refer everything back to that. Or you could just have 1 or 2 lines in a section of a song where you just talk about a certain thing, relate back to that, and then go somewhere else with the lyrical content. But the best way to show you this is in 2 examples. So the first song here that I'm going to share with you is a song by a band called New Hope Club, and their song is called Water. Now you can see here everything relates back to water. We've got swimming, we've got frozen, we have fire, which is an opposite of water, then we've got desert, then we have river and overflowing and drowning, and then we've got flames, which relate back again to fire. And into the chorus, it's got falling like the rain as my body turns to water, heat wave, water, and it continues on and on for the entirety of the song. So this is a great example to where we can use it for the duration of our songs. We can take something like water and we can build the concept of our song around it. But what we must do is actually plan the song before we try to write it. Relation writing is a technique that is not used by accident. You don't just stumble across this in the songwriting process. It's where you intentionally sit down, you think, what is the concept of my song and how can I bring everything back to it? A great way to do this is to take the concept of your song and write words that relate back to that. For example, if we were talking about a car, what can we relate to a car? Well, we've got highway, we've got tires, we've got speed, we've got miles per hour, we have steering wheel, we have handbrake, we've got acceleration. And now that we have these words that we know relate back to the idea of driving and cars, then we can actually put that in our songs intentionally to make the song sound so much better. So now that you've seen in that example example of water, how you can use it for the duration of a song, let me share you an example here by Bob Marley, which is No Woman, No Cry, where he just uses relation writing for one section, or just a couple of lines in his song. And just before he goes into the chorus, he says, "So dry your tears, I say." Then he proceeds on to say, "No woman, no cry." He only has the tears reference and dry your tears just before he goes into the chorus. He has no other relation back to crying, tears, rivers, water, or anything like that for the rest of the song. It's just in one section. So those are the two different types of ways that you can use relation writing in your song. But what's incredibly powerful about relation writing itself is you can instantly make a song unique and completely different to anything else that you've heard before, because you can apply this technique to any song topic that you go to write. Let's just say, for example, you're writing a song about feeling manipulated in a relationship. Rather than saying it plainly, like "you played me, you manipulated me," all of these things, why don't we refer that back to a violin? Now, I know you may be thinking, how does that connect? Let me show you. So I put an example set of lyrics here together, and you can see we open it up with, "You sit and play the strings. You're the conductor whilst I'm the one-man orchestra." So I've taken that topic of manipulation and it being in a relationship context, but I've then referred it back to a violin, and then I can build on that and actually build imagery around that song. Another great example of relation writing is a song called Symphony by Clean Bandit, which features the artist Zara Larsson. If we actually look at the track, first opening line, "I've been hearing symphonies, before all I heard was silence, a rhapsody for you and me, and every melody is timeless. Life was stringing me along, then you came and cut me loose." Everything refers back to symphonies and orchestras and playing instruments and chords and melodies, and everything has a central focal point. So I want to share with you a very important tip. If you want to implement this into your songwriting, what is the best way that you can actually do it to the best of your ability? What you must first of all do is actually sit down and understand that you're going to use this technique in your songwriting. And as I said before, it's about being intentional with relation writing. And the art of great songwriting is where you use techniques like relation writing and you deliberately sit down to write a lyric in a certain way that is going to be far more interesting to if you just sat there and tried to throw it all out of you without any real understanding where you were taking the song. So this is a super easy way to transform your lyrics overnight and take them from okay or good to absolutely exceptional with incredible storylines that captivate listeners like you've never done before. Now, I've also put together a video on how to write a hit verse lyric and how to do that in just 10 minutes. Now, it incorporates relation writing and takes that concept, but then how can you use other techniques and how can you make sure that in a verse, an opening of your song, that it's not too much and that you have a balance between relation writing and other techniques within the process. So I'd absolutely love to share with you how to go about writing a hit verse in just 10 minutes with an easy to follow steps. So somewhere around here you'll see a link to go and hit that, and then go ahead, go watch that and let me share with you how to write hit verse lyrics.